I'll actually record this just so. Okay, so in MATLAB assignment 1, you have a problem where you're solving a system of equations given by the matrix equation AX equals B. You're solving that system by using the inverse. So using the inverse, X would equal A inverse times B. Okay, that's fine. But then what you're asked to do is you're asked to do a check. You're asked to take AX minus B, and of course the X you get, the X that you're using is the X solution that you found by doing A inverse times B. Now if this solution vector X, if it is a solution, when you do a check, what should AX minus B give you? Let's assume just for instance that you have a 2 by 2 matrix A and a 2 by 1 solution vector X. Okay, I see a lot of nice answers, and then B is a 2 by 1. Let's just say we're talking, matrix A is 2 by 2, vector X, solution vector X is 2 by 1, and vector B is 2 by 1. Okay, so like you said, like some of you just said, you should get, in theory, and I'm sorry, I got to go a little slower, but just hold your thoughts for a moment. You should get this, right? In the perfect world, in MATLAB, you should get that vector, 0, 0, the 0 vector, and that would confirm it. But when you do these checks, as you're noticing, you're not getting that, right? I mean, you might be getting something like, for instance, when you do the check, you might be getting something like 1.2 E negative 16 times, like, 1, 4, something like that. I'm just making this up, but how many are seeing that? Something like this, something like this. When you're doing the check, you're not getting the 0 vector 0, 0, but you're getting something like what I have circled in orange there. Okay, Ryan's seeing that, and I forget. I think hopefully my notation's right, but so my hint to you for this is, and then the student asks, well, gee, is there a problem here? Is something can you am I doing this right? Is my code right? Well, you see, these kind of questions are questions that are wonderful for a group of students, because somebody in that group is going to have a good feel for why you're getting this kind of result. And that's the power of working in a group, okay, which is why I encourage groups. And it takes time to think. These problems, when you work the MATLAB problems and you get your output, sometimes it's going to take a little time to think, gee, why am I getting a result like this? But my hint to you is two things. One is this 1.2 e to the negative 16, and I'm not sure how MATLAB has it. I think does MATLAB have it as, I just kind of forget, but does MATLAB have it maybe something like this, 1.2, I'm trying to recall, but it has something that's, you have to forgive me here. Hold on. Let me just bring up the one moment here. Maybe if one of you could offer me what MATLAB gives you. I'm trying to think about how MATLAB, like the number it'll put in front, if it's something like in this form, or if it has like maybe 1.2 plus like negative 16. I'm trying to recall. Maybe would somebody be willing to share their maybe what they get? Maybe in the chat, type in. It's the E one. Okay, so it's Mikkel. It's lowercase e. Lowercase e. Okay, so hold on, Mikkel. So something like this. 1.2 e negative 16, something like that. Okay, thank you, Mikkel. Thank you, Westina. Okay, so what do you think that number is? 1.2 e negative 16. What is that number? Okay, what does that remind you of? Something you learned when you were a little younger. What kind of notation is this? 1.2 e negative 16. Okay, so so I'm getting them scientific notation. So you're taking a vector, 1, 4, and you're multiplying it by a constant in scientific notation. So my hint is, again, you're thinking, oh, if my solution X is right, I should get the 0, 0 vector. The question is, could this be thought of 1.2 e negative 16 times 1, 4, the vector 1, 4, could that be thought of as 0, 0, 0 vector? Is that MATLAB's way of saying the 0, I mean 1.2 e negative 16 times the vector 1, 4, could that be thought of as a 0 vector? Could that be thought of as 0, 0? Okay, so my hints are, review what scientific notation is. That's my 2 hints. Review what scientific notation means. And second hint, think about round off error in MATLAB. Think about round off error in MATLAB. And that's my hint. Okay, so hopefully the student that emailed me and maybe anybody else who had a little, well, let me stop the recording.